excited. Okay, take the book to Professor Fig. Professor! Oh, is this Phineas?
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with
Professor
Rookwood
Sharp.
makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the
Just sit in the
least.
back.
Unorthodox. It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First,
so
let's
we
have
went
a look.
way through, like we were kind of out and about. Oh, because yeah, it said it was through something. Yeah, page is gone.
Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain.
I sure hope
Now
so.
I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
Of course.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return.
Good.
Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harley, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Fair enough. Let's get out of here. Let's go. I'm thinking to. I mean, I know, I don't know what's going on. It seems like it's
Professor
giving...
Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
You got it. Expelliarmus! I'm gonna be disarming the absolute fun out of people. Alright.
What are you up to now?
Spare a moment? I could use your help.
Duncan Hobhouse.
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
That's me. I've had some good luck, I'll be
I
humble.
suppose it must seem that way. I'm not sure it's justified. It's often been a matter of circumstance.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need.
Oh,
You
good.
see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
A what? What is a puffskein? I'll be nice to the guy.
Well, they seem innocent, but their tongues can be most disturbing.
Exactly. I wish more of our fellow students agreed with you. Regardless of how
just too good of a
reasonable
guy.
I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskein Dunkeen.
That's... I mean... that's unkind.
I'm sorry to hear that. Words can be cruel.
Thank you. Poppy keeps offering to help me in overcoming my fear, but I'm too afraid to take her up on it. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumor has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlick kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
Sure.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much
Alright.
appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
See, now I said yesterday, the whole thing about them having the same sort of
Hidden
types,
herbology corridor.
like in the books
Sounds
/
intriguing.
movies. It's Neville. Duncan Hobhouse is Neville. Also, Hobhouse, for some reason, sounds so close to Longbottom. For some reason, I know they're not at all similar, but Hobhouse and Longbottom, to me, just feel like they could be the same name. They give off the same sort of vibe. Oh, I want a broom. Someone teach me how to fly. Sick. What? This thing is moving? It's even got a tail. It's a full-on dragon.
This must be the entrance to the hidden herbology corridor. Devil's Snare seems to thrive in darkness. Perhaps it doesn't care for light.
Okay, well then I need to switch this up, and I need to give myself light.
Lumos.
Oh, this is fantastic. Look at this. Look at me go.
I imagine a piece of that enormous venomous tentacular would be enough for Duncan to prove his bravery.
You would hope so. Yeah, good. Oh. And then it just takes me up into the greenhouses. Fantastic. All right, Donkey Doodle.
Have you found anything to, prove?
Hello, Duncan. I have the proof you wanted.
That's one leaf. Must have been a giant venomous tentacula. It's even more
because
than
it was
I
so
expected.
big.
I knew you were the one to ask. I appreciate you getting it for me.
You're welcome. I love how it's actually. I might just keep this. I'm definitely. I have to do another playthrough. I just choose the options like that and see what happens because that seems like it could be.
Of course.
Just hilarious.
I hope this helps you prove yourself.
This is sure to put an end to Puffskein Dunkeen for good when I show everyone in the common room tonight. This'll show Everett how ridiculous that nickname was.
Yeah.
Thank you again, and have a good day. I know I will.
Good. But I love how I'm just always running with my wand out. It almost feels like running with scissors. It feels like I'm kind of living life on the edge, ready to attack at any moment because I have some random dude that's after me.
She's growing Punja's onions
Fourth,
again.
third, I don't know.
Good morning, Professor Garlick. How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here. You'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie.
What? A squash? Or something?
Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Hey,
look forward to growing
Sebastian's in this
together.
class.
How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. then. Today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
Oh, good. Now, I've never understood this whole cotton ball
Now,
thing. I feel like that doesn't
everyone,
really work.
Rip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Yeah. Man, those things are just, they're kind of disturbing, really.
Quickly! Place your mandrake in the new form and pack out the soil!
Oh, good.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo!
There was a second where I was
I'm
like,
very
yeah, that's
sorry
not great. They
about that.
broke
Yours was a
the
bit
glass.
mature, I'm afraid.
Completely forgetting
All right,
that
then.
she could just do
Off we
that.
go. Splendid work, everyone. Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables. You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new student.
You know, I find it interesting. Professor Garlick teaching herbology, plants, garlic. It's amusing.
I wonder if hippogriffs like not.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned,
Exactly.
next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Pick them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Okay. Plant the dittany seeds. Pardon me?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Okay, so I've done that now, so I just go back.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Okay. Leander.
Hello. Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm Leander. I'll be
What's up?
showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But your lead.
Of course, it's my lead.
Nice work in Defense Against the Dark Arts, by the way.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian! And he's good. Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was
I
brilliant.
wouldn't go that far.
Oh. Well,
Here we are. Home of the Chinese chomping cab. Go on. Now, see that dummy? Just toss the cabbages at it, and they'll do the rest.
No, hold LB. Okay.
Look
Whoa!
at that. They'll chomp on anything they can get their mouths on.
Okay.
Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in tatters. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but, well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I mean, I
I suppose they
come in
could
handy.
prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from a cabbage.
It's chaos out there.
Cabbage.
Trolls and hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too. Ones your parents wouldn't plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
Professor Garlick, I'm back.
I
got the
tended to the
cabbages.
Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much
Smoke
trouble.
that,
Oh, I don't see
Herb
any
Brooks.
bite marks or missing digits. And good,
Amen.
as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Good. As my plants offer so much. I mean, really, if I can have a cabbage
Magical
fight
plants
with me,
have so much to
I'll
offer.
take it. I'll
I'm
take a
eager to learn
cabbage.
more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Huh. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new students.
Good. Stop by for a chat. We'll have a good old time.